Welcome back, guys. It's Maury, and today we are going to be talking about game sense. Now, if you've started playing Valorant and all of a sudden you hear all these people talking about you got to have good game sense. What makes a pro is good game sense. But all of a sudden you start to think, well, how do I actually physically improve it? And how do I actually have a step-by-step guide to knowing what I should be improving? How do I even work out where to start? That's what this guide's for. Let's dive in. So the very first step that you should take to developing good game sense is to critique yourself. Now, what I mean by that is every single time you die or lose a round, you have to ask yourself, why did I die? It could be a very simple answer, but then there is an elaborate set of steps you can take to avoid that happening again in the future, thus increasing your game sense because you understand the situation and why you died. Let me give you an example. Let's say that I peek, I get flashed, and I die. Let's ask ourselves the question, why did I die? Well, I got died because I was flashed and couldn't see the enemy, therefore I couldn't kill him, right? Well, what could I do differently in the future is the next question that we should ask. Well, I could play anti-flash, for example, or I could sit back behind a corner knowing that the enemy is likely to flash because I'm looking and seeing that there is a Skye or a Phoenix or a Reyna on the other team, and I can wait for that flash to come out before I peek. Then all of a sudden, we've now created game sense around how to play around flashes. The next round, let's say that I am standing on an off angle, and all of a sudden a Sova drone flies in, spots me on the off angle, and they instantly swing and kill me. Now, let's ask ourselves the question, why did I die? Well, because the drone came in, okay? What could we do differently in the future to not have that happen? Well, I could ask a teammate, hey, if Sova drones, can you shoot it because I'm hiding on this off angle and then I will get the person as they swing. Doing this simple little exercise of recording an entire match and then watching it from start to finish and actually asking yourself these two questions, why did I die? And what could have I done differently to not die in the future in this specific scenario will be the thing that absolutely skyrockets your game sense in the beginning. The next step is understanding a good play from a bad play. Let's say that you swing into mid and you get a kill. In your head, you straight away think, well, that's a good play because I got a kill. I've done the correct thing. Let's say you swing that the following round and you get shot in the face by an op. All of a sudden, that wasn't such a good play, was it? Now you need to ask yourself the question, what is a good play and what is a bad play? The best and most effective way to do that is to actually watch pros playing the specific agent that you want to play. Let's say that you play Viper and you go and find a pro player who plays Viper. Then you can watch where they put their wall and you can ask yourself, why have they put the wall there? Oh, well, that is to block the enemy from doing this, or that is to guide their team onto site here. And all of a sudden you can understand, well, they're a pro, they're making consistently good plays, and they have thought this through. So I should do what they are doing. And this will start to increase your game sense because you know where to put your wall and you know how to get your team on site. And then you know where they're looking because you've watched their gameplay. So all of a sudden you know where to stand, where to look. And these are going to help you make better decisions because not only are you going to see where to stand, but you start to understand why they are standing there, why they are doing this, why they are doing that, which creates game sense. It's understanding the situation and what the counter is for that situation. So by watching pros play the game, you can actually break this down. Once you start to master what you're actually doing on your side of the map when it comes to your positioning, your crosshair placement, molly lineups, post-plant situations, once you understand your agent inside and out and you know the difference between a good play and a bad play, you can start to put yourself in the mindset of the opposing team. Let's say that they are all rushing one site. Then all of a sudden you and your team have put down smokes, you've dumped a lot of utility, and you have pushed them back. If you were on the opposing team, would you consider rotating? If so, maybe it is a good thing to mention to one of your teammates, hey, could you quickly rotate back to the other side, because they may rotate. The longer that they don't push your site and fully commit, the higher the chance that they're actually rotating to the other side. Once you start to notice these things, you can actually start to implement and act on these situations. Game sense, simply put, is understanding what should be done in a situation and why. Once you start to follow these steps and break it all down into a systematic approach of what should you be doing, what is a good play, what is a bad play, and what are the consequences if the play goes wrong, you can then start to apply that to the opposing team as well to work out what they might be doing. And all of a sudden, before you know it, you can predict what's going to happen in a match before it happens. And this is Game Sense.